Shalom, Grand Rising, Osio Halito. Welcome to the video. Welcome to the channel. I am your brother, Danyala, aka the Copper Aboriginal. I want to give all praises to the Most High and salutes, much love and much hype to you, brothers and sisters who are keeping the will of the Most High to the best of your ability. So salute to you guys. So yeah, in this video, I'm gonna be talking about various things. I'm gonna kind of be catching up with the news that's going on. I'm sure some of you guys have already heard the news that's going on right now. And one of them is something I'm going to touch on right now, but of course I'm going to touch on essentially everything that has been going on in the past month or so, right? So the first thing I want to cover right now is, again, I want to say salutes to you guys out there who are, and I want to say this before I get into any of these subjects. Guys, you need to keep prepping. Do not stop prepping. And if you hear thundering or chimes going on, we have a thunderstorm that's rolling over. It may have already completely rolled over us, but I'm not sure. But, you know, pardon the sounds because you may hear some loud booms or whatnot. But, anyways, guys, keep prepping. Keep prepping. I'm not joking when I say this, because one of the articles I'm going to touch on today is talking about prepping, guys. So I'm going to need you guys to keep prepping, okay? I don't care what anybody says, because if they're telling you not to prep, they do not have your best interest in heart. They may think they do, but honestly, I don't think they do. I mean, I'm not going to speak for people. Let me just hold that off. But I say this because I care about you guys, and I know that it's bigger than just the carnal world. I understand this is spiritual. The spiritual aspect is the strongest aspect of this. So when I say prep yourself spiritually, first and foremost. That's the most important. I mean, more than ever, build that relationship with the Most High. I mean, even though I have a lot of goods and I'm always prepping spiritually and with physical goods. I'm always doing that. You know, I'm not a hypocrite. I mean, I would show y'all my pantry, our supplies, our stockade, but I don't want to go through all that. But we're prepping. We prep, okay? We prep over here in this house, spiritually and with the goods that we're going to need. So guys, keep prepping. But anyways, the first article I want to touch on, and I'm not going to read through these articles. I'm going to, essentially talk about them because I've already read these articles. I don't feel like going through reading. I just got off of work. Today is my Friday, so I'm just trying to relax. So I'm not going to do too much reading if I even do any reading. But it says, Boeing whistleblower John Barrett found dead in South Carolina. Like I said on my Facebook, get out of here. Who's buying this in 2024 that these whistleblowers are just deleting themselves? That's old. And the calling card to this not being a self-deletion is that it happened at a hotel. You will find time and time again these celebrities and whistleblowers who allegedly self-delete themselves. It's usually in a car and it's usually at a hotel. That's usually how it goes. And it's like, GTFO, man, get out of here, because people who knew him said that, this doesn't sound like him at all. He was a happy guy. He was cool. He was fine. Self-deletion was never something that he spoke of or even had a thought of. So if his closest people are suspicious of this, we should be suspicious of this too. We know that it was not self-deletion. Boeing is worth billions of dollars. I'm sorry if I blasted the mic, but they're worth billions of dollars. They can easily find a little Sicario, a little hitman, to go out there and delete anyone they want, because they see him as a huge threat not only did he just blow the whistle, but who knows? He probably would have went on tours, having little seminars, get-togethers, talking about the inner workings of his job and what he saw in the job. I'm sure what he shared on the news was just the tip of the iceberg of what's going on over there in Boeing, right? So anyways, talking about prepping, getting onto that, right? I think I may have mentioned in the last video that I uploaded, and yes, if you guys watch my video and y'all seen the date, I did upload that a few weeks ago. I just it was in private the entire time. I just never got around to making it public. But anyways, as you guys see right here, I believe I spoke about this before with the full eclipse that's going to happen next month. It's going to happen less than a month from now, guys, and I'm taking off of work for it, and I would advise all you guys to do the same. Prepare. And one thing that I noticed about this chart is that it's showing a more accurate size of the sun, because this is going to be the shadow, the sun and the moon, that is going to cast on the earth. Now, at this point right here where it's smaller, because if you watch my videos, I don't believe in outer space at all. No such thing. At least the space that we're taught, the outer space that we're taught, doesn't exist. There is an outer darkness, but that's not a physical place. It may be a physical place, but it's a spiritual place for sure. And I believe that's what's outside of the firmament, which the Bible speaks of, right? So anyways, if you are a flat earther, it essentially shows you the size of the sun and moon. And this right here would be about the size of the sun and moon. And I believe that this right here, the reason why it's slightly smaller is because it was at a different height. I do believe that the sun and the moon does move back and forwards, which is why at times we see the sun looking bigger and the moon looking bigger. I think the sun was probably a little bit further at this time in 2017, right? So anyways, here in Ohio, we're going to see it pretty good. We're one of the states that get to see it really well. You see Texas, a little bit of part of Oklahoma, Brother Yarka. I know he said that he's going to be out on his land at that time, and rightfully so, because shit may pop off. I'm not saying that it will, but shit may pop off at that time. Arkansas, Missouri's getting some of it. Illinois is getting some of it. Indiana, Ohio, parts of Pennsylvania, parts of New York, parts of Vermont, Maine, and parts of Canada will be getting it also. And what I find very, very peculiar about this is that there is an X right here. And if you know true history, biblical Egypt is right here. Biblical Egypt goes from here all the way down here, down into Mexico. This is biblical Egypt. Okay? The Egypt that they teach you about, the Hollywood Egypt, as I call it, because it's all a stage. All that is fake. All that over in the Middle East is all fake. It's fake. The real Egypt, the real biblical kingdoms that we read about in the Bible, they existed in the Americas. More and more research is coming out every day. I mean, hell, they did research in the 1800s and showed you that the Americas is a true old world. And that the biblical kingdoms that we read about in the Bible, they were over here in the Americas, not in the Middle East, not in Africa. Check out our brother Ayob Nazir. Check out his channel. You'll find him. He's a young little brother, young, brilliant brother. I may not agree with everything he says, but he's brilliant, and he has done a lot of leg work. Shout out to the brother UBTV. He has done his work too. I think he's the one who inspired Ayob Nazir to do the work that he's doing now. And also shout out to the brother Cremio. He drops a lot of gems also on the biblical kingdoms being over here in the Americas instead of over there in the so-called Middle East, that whole Hollywood set, right? There's videos online that shows you of them building. Now, I'm not saying that the pyramids are fake. There's people saying that the pyramids are fake, that is made of stucco and and rebar. Like, they cover it up. There's a video online where you can actually see them. That actually a archaeologist actually came out and said that pyramid is fake. And he was talking about how it's plaster and rebar and all this stuff, just like the Sphinx. There's videos and pictures showing them putting the Sphinx together, assembling a lot of that crap over there, you know. Now, I'm not saying that the pyramid is fake. It could be, but it's definitely much younger than the pyramids here in the Americas. Who knows? Maybe they try to renovate it, like, you know, maybe that's why they have rebar in that pyramid. I don't know. But they saying that it's very recent, as in they built that shit in the early 1900s, early 1800s, something like that. And they even have pictures of them building the Sphinx and all that crap. I mean, sad, really. But anyways, the real Egypt is over here. And I just think it's amazing how it's being X'd off. The reason why I think that's significant is because maybe the Most High is putting an X over Egypt, because he's saying to biblical Babylon and Egypt. Remember, Egypt means bondage. He's over the land of, this X is over the land of Egypt. Maybe the Most High is telling us that our bondage is coming to an end. I haven't heard anybody say that, but this is my perspective. I'm not saying that everything will end on this day or around this day or this year or in a few years, but soon it will end. And this is, you know, the Most High put these up in the sky for signs, right? For signs. So this is what I see as a sign. I see this big X as a sign, right? So prepare, guys, prepare. And speak before I move on. Shout out to the brother Ayob Nazir. He has made a great series explaining and showing, you know, with scripture, using geology while using scripture, showing that the biblical lands are over here. He even showed the location of Jerusalem, right? Very good video series, and they're attacking this brother right now. Go and support that brother. Donate to him so that he can go and, you know, actually do these expeditions that he wanted to do. He did one. I forgot where he went exactly, but he did an expedition already. He wants to do another one. And it'd be a beautiful thing for him to go out there to Utah and do his research out there. That would be very beautiful. But, you know, support him. They're attacking him right now. He has a backup channel because they're threatening to pull his channel down. So that means he's going to have to upload a lot of his stuff. I'm going to try to do my best to download a lot of his stuff, and put them on my hard drive. You know what I'm saying? I should have been done that, honestly, because he got gems, man. That brother put in a lot of work. So support him. You know, hopefully he has all his work backed up. They don't like people speaking the truth. And that's going to bring me to one of the subjects I'm going to touch on in a second. But anyways, look what the news has been saying for a few weeks now. They've been saying stock up on food, water, and fuel ahead of eclipse. Emergency officials warn, right? Now, they're saying Lorain County. Okay, this is in Ohio. I thought so. Lorain County. That's in Ohio. Lorain County Emergency Management, EMA in Ohio, have issued a warning to eclipse watchers and locals to the path of totality to stock up on food, water, fuel ahead of the total eclipse on April 8th, with an influx of visitors to the areas expected. So they're trying to say, you know, stock up on food because, you know, especially people in those areas, because you're going to have a lot of people flocking to those areas. I say bullshit. No matter where you are, stock up on food, because you never know what may happen. We seen what has happened over the past few weeks. We seen, what was it, 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, when AT&T went down. Remember, I mentioned this in the other video. AT&T went down, right? And then you had other people who had different cell phone providers, service providers, saying that their service went down for like a short period of time, but it wasn't as bad as the AT&T, right? Then, what was it, last week, Facebook and Instagram went down. It's like, okay, something's definitely about to happen. Something is definitely happening behind the scenes. Then you see all this political tension going on. And it's like, what is going on? Something is definitely going on. Something is definitely going on. So guys, heed our warnings and heed the warnings of the news. Don't just forget, forget it being a local, warning. Let it be a warning for everyone. Because, this ain't the first time that people have gathered in areas. I mean, it's just crazy because, kids aren't going to school. They're letting schools out on that day. Right? And it's not just here in Ohio and the states that it's hitting. It's all across the country. They're letting schools out on that day. Right? And then on top of that, you have them giving out warnings like this. They're giving out warnings telling people to stock up. Because this ain't the first time this happened. 2017, this happened. They didn't tell nobody to stock up. Everything was fine. Everything was fine. So why right now people have to stock up? Why is this one so special? That's going to cause a huge influx. And mind you, they've been telling people for probably about a month or so to stock up. Now, most people have become aware of it within the past month or so. I was aware of it back in January, right? But you have these people sending out these warnings, and they've been sending these warnings out for weeks now. 4 weeks. So something big, I feel like, may happen. I'm not going to say is going to happen, but something may happen. And it's better to be prepared and to be ready than having to get ready at the last second. That's going to suck. And like I was telling my coworker, it's always good to be prepared. Because you never know when any type of disaster may happen. It may not be the end of the world or the end of the society, but it could be a hurricane. It could be an earthquake. It could be a flood. It could be anything that can stop you from going to the store and getting food and supplies. Anything that can knock your power out, your gas out. Anything that can stop you from living a regular life. It's better to be safe than sorry. That's how I feel. Period. But yeah. So, anyways, I wanted to. No, not that. Where is it? Oh yeah. So this is what I wanted to talk about, right? So I spoke about the brother Ayob Nazir, right? And I told y'all guys how they're trying to stop him from uploading. He can't even upload any more videos right now, which is crazy, right? They're going hard right now with social media. We see that with TikTok. They had passed a bill. The House of Representatives passed a bill to block TikTok. Now, see, this is the thing. Allegedly, we vote these people in, and they're called the House of Representatives for a reason. It's the House of Representatives, and then above that is the Senate, right? Those are the people who represent Congress. We vote these people in to represent us. Crazy thing is that these motherfuckers never represent us. Most people don't care about TikTok. Most people don't care. Okay, most people, there's either this half, okay, out of 100%, I won't say that most people don't use TikTok, and then the percentage of people who do use TikTok, they don't want people to vote again. I mean, people, oh God, I'm all over the place. Most people will not vote to ban TikTok. Most of us either we're like, hey, I don't use TikTok, but why would you ban it? And then there's other people who's like, I use TikTok. Why would you ban it? The government's excuse for banning TikTok is because it's not a American owned or controlled company, right? There's a lot of websites out there that are not owned by the United States, yet TikTok is the one that they have a problem with. And TikTok is the one that they want to block because they say that it's owned by a Chinese company and that the Chinese government can use it to influence American citizens. American citizens aren't the only ones who use TikTok. Every country around the world uses TikTok, not just Americans. So no, it's not a security threat for America. I don't believe that at all. See, they're afraid of what TikTok is doing right now. That's really what it is. I really don't use TikTok, but I noticed that majority of the shorts that are on YouTube and majority of the shorts that are on Facebook come from TikTok. A lot of brothers and sisters have woken up through TikTok, and they have spread a lot of awareness to our history and to spirituality through TikTok. And you get it in small doses, and that stuff becomes addicted, and people become addicted to learning. They don't like that. They don't want people to learn the truth. They don't want people to discover the truth. But see, this is the thing. They could kill TikTok, but there's going to be another website that's going to pop up in this place that's going to replace TikTok. They can't stop the Most High. See, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to stop the word from getting out. Yeah, we have other avenues to get the word out, but honestly, I don't feel like any other website has done the damage to this society in such a short amount of time as TikTok has. Yeah, Facebook has been around for a while, so has YouTube. But in the small amount of time that TikTok has been around, it has spread a lot of knowledge like wildfire. And this is why they're trying to shut down TikTok. It has nothing to do with China. That's their whole excuse. China this, China that. No. Want me to tell you why it's not China? This is the same China. They're afraid of the very same China that they sold millions of acres of land to. I mean, I kid you not. You can look this up right now. The U.S. government has sold millions of acres of land to China. The very same places that we saw that weather balloon from China flying over was land that they owned. So if we're so afraid and so intimidated of China, which the United States have been claiming for a while, for at least a decade, that China is this global threat, why is it that we've been selling land to them for the past, 30, 40 years now? We're so afraid of them, yet we're selling them land. They own land here in the United States. There's a lot of Chinese and Chinese government operated businesses here in the United States. That makes no sense. See, when you put common sense, when you put 1 and 2 together, it makes sense. And when you think about these things, the things that they're telling us, and then you're putting it, you're weighing it against reality, you're like, wait a minute, something here is not clicking. This math ain't mathing. This don't make sense. And of course it doesn't make sense because it's not our reality. You mean to tell me the United States they feel threatened and afraid of a country they're selling their land to? That they're letting a lot of their businesses in? That they sent a lot of their businesses to? Mind you, the United States back in the early 2000s, during the recession, they sent, I was going to say thousands. They sent several thousand businesses fled over to China. I kid you not. You know who enabled that? The United States government. They gave them all this bailout money. You know what they did? They bailed out and they ran over to China. The government knew about it. They didn't penalize these companies. They didn't do nothing like that. And all the while, the U.S. government was selling United States territory to China. These are the guys that the United States are afraid of. GTFO. I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. So do your research, guys. It's all smoke and mirrors. It has nothing to do with China. It has everything to do with people waking up to our reality, waking up to our history, waking up to our truth. That's what they're afraid of. That's why they're shutting down. They can control and moderate all these other websites. YouTube is in their back pocket. Facebook is in their back pocket. Twitter too, I believe. But they want to make it seem like that's the most liberated website out there. No, it's not. Elon Musk is in their back pocket too. He's only giving you the illusion of freedom, right? But YouTube, Facebook, Instagram in their back pocket. You say too much of anything, they'll shut you down. They'll do this and that to slow you up, to trip you up. This is why they are trying to get rid of TikTok because TikTok is not regulated by the United States. Hell, if TikTok was owned by Vietnam, a country we have no issues with, or I'm gonna say Thailand, right? Because of its past history, right? But Thailand, if this was owned by Thailand, we would have no issue at all. We will still have the issue. We will still, the United States will be like, oh my God, it's the communist China who's putting influence on TikTok, even though it's owned by Thailand. We got shut down because the Chinese are putting their influence on Thailand or on this company owned by Thailand, right? It'd be some bullshit. Because no matter who owned that website, what country it was, South Africa, whatever, they'll still make an issue with it, right? So don't buy the BS that, it's China, the boogeyman China. This is why we got to shut down TikTok. When these guys are literally, they care so much about American security, yet they're giving out trillions of dollars to illegal immigrants, illegal aliens. They're giving trillions of dollars to them and to people outside of this country who do not have the best interests of you and me, the taxpayers. So it's like, come on, don't buy the hype. It's all bull. It's all baloney. Don't buy it. Okay. So yeah, it's unfortunate. It looks like they're going to have their way. And honestly, for people who are like, well, I don't use TikTok. It's no bother to me. I don't use it. You're totally missing the point. The point is that they're infringing on your freedoms. Do you need nanny cam, United States government here to tell you what to do and how to think because they think that you're going to be influenced by China? You're your own person. You have your own mind. Why is it that you need someone to tell you how to think? If you see something you don't like, turn it off. That's what I do. That's what anybody does, right? If you see something you don't like, we usually turn it off. Why does the United States government get to decide what we get to watch and what we don't get to watch? TikTok's not killing anyone. I've used TikTok many times. I just only recently made me a TikTok account probably like a month or two ago, right? But I've seen a lot of videos through TikTok. And I've never seen any Chinese propaganda at all. No Chinese government propaganda at all. Not at all. So we know it's bull. But like I said, it looks like they're going to have their way. Biden said that he's going to sign it when it goes through Senate. He's going to sign it. So yeah. So guys who like I said, who don't care either way, they're infringing on your freedoms. First, it starts with TikTok, and then it goes downhill from there because they're setting the president right now. That's what they're doing. They're setting the president to strip away your freedom of speech. That's what they're doing. Your freedom of expression. That's what they're doing because a lot of people communicate and express themselves through TikTok. They're trying to get rid of it. So yeah, think about that. Chew on that. So anyways, another thing I wanted to talk about was, I'm probably not going to spend too much time on this, but here in my local city, right, there was this sister right here. Shame on the mess, man. Shame on her. She's now sitting in jail because she decided to help this man out right here, her cousin. And I'm going to need y'all sisters to stop doing this. Stop throwing away your jobs, your career, your children, your lives, your freedom for men who aren't worth it. There's a lot of trash, and I don't say this to be evil or mean, but there's a lot of people out here with trash mindsets, thus making them trash human beings, right? There is no reason for you to throw away everything for these people who aren't worth it. Women do this all the time. And I don't know if it's because a lot of these dudes out here are so damn pathetic that they always need to be taken care of because they're always laying up in some chick's house. They're always eating some chick's kids' food. They're always laying up in some woman's bed. You know what I'm saying? That these women feel like they have to coddle this bad behavior in these grown ass dudes, man. These slime balls. It's like they take this motherly instincts over these grown men. I mean, it's disgusting. To me, it's absolutely disgusting for a man to have to be taking care of a woman when it's in his ability to take care of himself and his family, right? But I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all. It's too many of these sisters out here who are okay with taking care of these grown boys. It's too many sisters out here, and that mentality is not okay. It's not alright. And then these sisters, when they get caught up in these situations with these guys, or when these guys start treating them like crap, because these guys are crap, they want to start complaining about it and talk about all men. No, there are men out here like me who take care of our business. We take care of our family. We handle our business. We do what we got to do, you know, and we don't screw people over to make things happen. We don't do that. But then you have guys like this dude right here who are scumbags, who aren't worth sacrificing yourself over, who are not worth sacrificing your family and your children over. But you have sisters like this all the time who sacrifice everything for these scum dudes who just want to be there just to have sex, a place to eat, and a place to lay their head. And then they be off the next day screwing some other chick over. Right? And then these chicks be crying about these slime balls. Don't make no sense. See, you're the drama. Look, you're the drama you make and the company you keep. That's my message to these sisters out here who act like this. Now, this ain't all sisters, but I mostly see this with our sisters, especially our young sisters. They want to be laid up with some slime ball nobody, pretend baller, drug dealer, what have you. How is that attractive? Like, that dude may end up dead. How is that attractive to you? How's that attractive to you? That man may end up dead. He may end up going to prison. He may end up getting you killed or your children hurt, killed, whatever. How's that attractive to you? There is nothing manly about that at all. An emotional man, there's nothing manly about that. These be the same dudes that be socking off on these females in these videos. And I'm just like, what do you expect? He was raised by a single mother. His piece of shit dad wasn't there to be a man and to teach him how to be a man. What do you expect? That man's he's a broken human being. How do you expect him to treat you like a woman when he don't even know how to be a man? How? You know? But anyways, in this case, this is her cousin. So essentially what happened was she worked here in my city. She worked in the sheriff's office. She was a cleaner. One day she was cleaning the office and she saw on the desk, you know, a bunch of papers and pictures, and she noticed one of the pictures being her cousin. She seen that her cousin had a warrant. So what did her dumb ass do? She went and told her cousin, called him up, called his girlfriend, told her, hey, you know, squad got a warrant out for you. You better get the hell up out of Dodge. She did that. She told her cousin's girlfriend. Girlfriend told him, and he went and he evaded the law for 48 days, right? They found out about it. They found out that she, you know, blew the whistle on what was going on. Not only did they find him 48 days later, but they arrested her just 2 days ago. Now she lost her job. It's like she got kids. I saw her Facebook account. She has kids. She's not married. The baby dad's she don't live with a guy. That's the point I'm making. So she has a baby dad somewhere. Hopefully her baby dad isn't a piece of crap, but just seeing the type of company she keeps, I doubt that he is a upstanding guy. So it's like, what about your kids? Because now you ain't got a job. Now you're in jail. You're probably going to be spending some time in there. I don't know how long. Probably not super long because it's not a huge crime she's charged with. She was charged with like leaking information and impeding an arrest or something like that. So she may do like maybe like a 9 month to a year bid, and that's all. But yeah, I mean, now all that's gone. What about your kids? You didn't think about your children when you was doing this dumb shit. And see, that's the thing, man. We got to start thinking about our family when we out here operating. because she surely wasn't thinking about her kids. She put this trash human being over her children, which shows you the parenting that's going on in our community. You're gonna put this goofball who's living his life. He lived his life. He's living his life. He's ruining his life. But you ain't thinking about the innocent children who you're raising. Well, I don't know how innocent they are now, but you're not thinking about the young, impressionable ones who can be something. You're not thinking about them. And it's sad because now these children, not only do they have a struggle before, but now they're going to be facing even more adversity because of bad women like her. And there's a lot of them who run rampant in our communities. I see them all of the time. It's sad. Look at her, just looking stupid because she wanted to help out a dude who needed to lay in his own bed, the bed that he made. Crazy, man. I mean, it's like sisters right now, man. You know, and this is not bagging on all sisters because I know there's good sisters out there, but I'm talking about these crappy women out here because there's a lot of them. There's a lot of these sexy reds up in the club bopping, just being disgusting human being women out here, right? And it's sad because a lot of sisters are getting caught up right now. I don't know what it is about this season, but a lot of sisters are getting caught up right now. You have a lot of sisters out here scheming, plotting, scamming, defrauding people. You have a lot of sisters out here doing OnlyFans, strip clubs and stuff. And I understand, you know, you gotta eat, you gotta feed your children. And I don't like to come down super hard on the sisters who are out here doing OnlyFans and doing what they have to survive, because it's hard out here. I understand it's hard out here. You got sisters who are selling their bodies, you know, through these websites and even doing meetups just to survive out here. And it's sad. I understand, you know, y'all just trying to survive, and some of these women, this ain't what they want to do. You know, but they doing what they have to because they feel like this is what they have to. And then let's just keep it real. Some of these women are just lazy as hell. Some of these women just don't want to work. They don't want to work. You know, they want that easy, fast money because they seen somebody on Instagram or someone who they knew blew up real fast off of doing OnlyFans, right? You know, that's why you had all these girls doing Instagram also, because Instagram and OnlyFans, let's just keep it real. That is nothing more than a form of advertisement for these women. Most of these women use those platforms so that they can get clients, so they can get people to go to their OnlyFans, so they can get meetups and charge dudes hundreds or maybe even thousands of dollars. These athletes are flying these women out all of the time. Your local Instagram chick or whatever, the chick that you may follow, whatever, they're being flown out secretly. They do this shit in secret. They sign NDAs, all types of, there's videos out there talking all about this stuff. These OnlyFans models, these Instagram models, how they get flown out by your favorite rappers, your favorite athletes, your favorite actors, these rich billionaires, these rich millionaires in Dubai and stuff. They're being flown out by these people. So it's a form of advertisement. All those websites are advertisements. I know some women who went to Dubai, women I went to school with, who are in OnlyFans, stripping, Instagram models, this and that, going out to Dubai. And I'm like, I know exactly what you did. I know exactly what you did. It's sad. But it's crazy because, like I said, you see sisters out here doing all these different little schemes just to make money, right? You got the sister in Chicago, the mayor in Dalton, Illinois, who's out there scamming people. She's out there scamming the whole community, actually. Funneling all that money, using it for her lavish lifestyle and stuff like that. They're coming down on her, right? Then you have the attorney, district attorney down there in Atlanta, who's been found out for her corruption and how she's blowing all this money. The DA who was supposed to be on Trump's case, yeah, you find out how corrupt she is and how she's up here just blowing all this money and we don't know where this money is coming from and all this stuff, right? And then also you have the many sisters, and it's not just only sisters too, but majority of the people who've been busted for the PPP loans, you know, the PPP loan scams and stuff, the COVID, you know, loans and all that stuff, how Most of them are women, and a lot of them are sisters. There's a sister in New Jersey who got over like $5.6 million by faking, businesses and stuff like that, pretending to be landlords and small business owners. 5.6 million. She's about to do 5 years in prison. I guess they're giving her a year sentence for every million that she got. Also, she has to pay back $2 million, and she has to give back everything she got with that money. She has to give back all her cars. She had like some real nice cars that she had to give back. And she's like, sisters, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing, man? Like, brothers ain't too far behind, with the wickedness that they do in this world, but damn it. I mean, sisters is just out here just doing the most, man. People were saying back then, like, don't fall for that. Don't do that PPP loan bullshit. Don't scam them, because the government is going to come for their money. They're going to come for their money. They're going to come for what they're owed. I mean, you're trying to scam over the federal government. Like, how did you think that was going to end? To me, if our women and our people in general are just thinking short term, they're not thinking long term. Ah, man. But speaking on the bright side, going back to Dalton, Illinois, y'all need to support this sister right here because she's doing her thing. Salute to sisters like her who are out here, handling business, man. She runs a business, a small business out there in Dalton, Illinois, and y'all need to donate to her. She is trying to help her local community out by her food market that she has. Essentially, she sells like discounted stuff. Right now, she's giving away stuff, I think, for free, but she's trying to sell things at like a very discounted price, at like $1 for $2 for shoes, $1 for, go and watch her video. I watched some of her video, a video that she was in today, and she was talking about what she does. But support her, donate to her, help her cause. Sisters like this is what gives people hope. You know what I'm saying? Because not all, even though I may make videos and may make posts about sisters out here, just doing the worst. There are women out here who are trying to do their best to help their family and their community, So anyway, salute to this sister. I wanted to end on a good note. So with that, I say shalom. And may the Most High bless all those who do his will. Peace. Shalom.